Yo man, it's Sheep Blaster. Got the bottle of coffee liqueur in the background. Please ignore that. It's not mine, it's my mum's. Although I did drink, like my boss gave us a bottle of this to drink on New Year's, so yeah, I'm not gonna touch that shit ever again because it's just disgusting to me now. In this video, I'm gonna be talking about the voice in your head and why it doesn't work properly, why it works against you. So the way that I see it, your mind should be working with you. It should be on your side, but for some reason it isn't. Most of the time it isn't, and that's because we've got like this monkey brain that just wants pleasure now, which is working against us. And we have the prefrontal cortex, which is at the front. That is our logical brain. That is the part of the brain that wants us to do well, that, you know, has goals and, you know, don't eat the cookie. That's what this part of the brain says to us. The reason I want to talk about this is because all day I've been having these thoughts of not really cravings, because I feel a bit off, which is fine. I think that's just because it's like the New Year's and I'm still like, I've just had like this weird energy about me and I'm just kind of a bit all over the place. But also I smoked on New Year's and that's okay. I'm fine. I like stopped right after, which I guess is kind of cope, but I've been having the thoughts of wanting to go and buy a vape because on New Year's I allowed myself to smoke. I was really, really drunk. And I think I only smoked 2 cigarettes, so it's not even that bad, but just the fact that I kind of opened the floodgates a bit, now my brain is just working against me and it wants me to go back to vaping. And I've not really been resisting all day, but it's more like having like an annoying child voice in your head, just constantly bickering, saying, I want a vape, give me a vape. You know, I haven't taken action on those thoughts because no matter how logical, how reasonable the voice sounds, I know for a fact that it's not what I want. This is the only way that I've managed to actually stop smoking, stop vaping, at least before New Year's, okay? I'm aware of the kind of thoughts that I have, okay? I'm aware that I've got positive, you know, reaffirming, nice thoughts, okay? Much more different than a few years ago. I would always have like anxious thoughts, but nowadays, I'm like, I have pretty good thoughts. I'm quite aware of that. Whenever I have a negative thought, I butt in with a positive one. So it's getting like better up in there. But I've noticed that I still get these kind of cravings for really just, it feels like dumb and tiresome now. But I went into the kitchen and I took this chocolate. And it's a Lindt Lindor chocolate. They're really nice. They're like one of those fancy ones. They're like a ball and they melt in your mouth. Oh, so good. I should stop talking about how good it's going to be. But I brought it into my room and I had like a moment where I was like, yeah, but I don't want to eat it. Like I've had it before. I just put it over there and just kind of left it there, I guess. So I've been staring at it, so whatever. It doesn't really affect me, but sometimes I will get the thought of like, okay, but it would be so easy to just pop it open in your mouth. Just open it, put it in your mouth, no one's gonna know. And also, you know, oh, but you've eaten so healthy today, it's not like that bad if you eat it. It doesn't necessarily feel like I've been fighting the thoughts. It's more like I'm listening to them, but I'm not acting on them. And that is the kind of skill that, honestly, that's all you need if you want to like quit a certain habit, is just recognizing that your mind works against you. It works against your goals. It works against what you actually want. What I actually want is to be healthy. I don't want to eat chocolate all the time. I don't want to vape all the time because I know that like if I vape now, in, I don't know, I'm going to shorten my lifespan by at least like 10 years. My respiratory system is going to be like half as effective. I'm not going to be able to breathe properly. My muscles won't get the oxygen. You know, I'm thinking about all that stuff. And it's like, I'm very strongly rooted in the fact that I do not want that. I know what I want. And it's not that. I don't want to listen to that brain. And the thing is, right, with enough time and consistent meditation, you kind of learn not only to distance yourself from those thoughts that you're having and seeing them as this third-party entity, where you're separating yourself from your thoughts, which is what I've been doing. I've been listening to those cravings of eat the chocolate, get the vape, but I've not been acting on them because I know that's not me. That's not what I want. Okay, me. But with enough time, eventually, that voice will fade away and it will get quieter. And it's only when you kind of let yourself go a bit, you kind of allow yourself to indulge one time, that's when the voice creeps up again. You know, the cravings for instant pleasure just come up once again, out of nowhere, seemingly. But dude, just know that with enough time and doing the right behaviors, because it's not just mindfulness, you know, no amount of mindfulness can get you anything if you don't actually align your actions with that. And what I mean by this is, like, when it came to vaping, right, I was mindful of every time that I smoked or vaped or bought a vape, that I knew I was going against my goals, and I even had, like, barriers where I would kind of go through one step and then I'd wait longer and I'd wait, and eventually I'd find myself at the shop after, like, trying to resist the cravings, and it's like I still had that mindfulness. It's just I still barreled through them because, I don't know, I was listening too much to the reasonable voice in my head, right? But the thing is, you need to go through a period of actually doing the right things with your physical actions, with your physical person, okay? For me, vaping, it's like, I went out on a walk today, and usually I don't do that when I get, like, these kind of thoughts, because it's 10 times easier for me to go all the way to the shops, buy a vape, and then boom, I'm vaping again. It's easier for me to do that when I actually go out and do, like, you know, go for a walk or something. But today, I literally decided, okay, I'm gonna go on a walk. I'm gonna walk, like, I just walked around the park. Then I walked past the corner shop that I always used to buy my vape from. And I did that on purpose because I know for a fact I'm gonna get that thought to do it, and I'm gonna ignore it, and I'm gonna walk past. Because, I don't know, I'm just trying to strengthen my own core, my own, like, wants and needs. And that's why I'm staring at this fucking chocolate. As much as I want it, it's, like, not even worth it. And I know it's a bit psychopathic to just kind of sit there and, like, look at it for such a long time and even think about how mouth-watering and pleasurable it's gonna be, but Jesus, it's not worth the time. It's not worth the effort. It's not even worth the calories it takes for me to, like, put my hands up and then open it and put it away. Like, Jesus, not worth it. And I keep having to tell myself that. And the more that you kind of tell yourself your actual wants and needs, like, from your prefrontal cortex, rather than the caveman brain that just, me, I want pleasure, I want chocolate, I want vapes. If you listen to that part of your brain, the one that is you, and you keep turning the volume up and ignoring the other voice, then it's like, that's how you get rid of it. So, yeah. The reason that this is important is because your actions are controlled by your thoughts, and your thoughts are controlled by your beliefs. So you kind of have to dig back and do a lot of mental work before you can actually do, like, the physical work. And yeah, I'm just grateful that I don't smoke anymore. God. See ya, bro.